The Isaiah Factor Uncensored starts right now.
And welcome to The Factor Uncensored. We begin with slick-ass racism when they think they're talking behind your back and they're not. A contracting company right here in Houston caught red-handed saying the N-word multiple times in reference to a potential client. That client wanted an estimate from the company on foundation work at her home. When she didn't pick up, they left a message. When the message was over, the rep from the company thought he hung up the phone. But he didn't. Take a listen at the recording left on Andrea Tyree's voicemail.
Yeah, this is ABC Foundation. We're trying to return your call. Now, if you don't want any work done, don't call Angie's List or the contractor. That costs us money to get on the list. And if you don't answer your phone, and if you're not interested, you shouldn't do it. Thank you. Have a good day. Andrea Tyree. Your name.
And joining us on The Factor Uncensored tonight, the woman who got that call, Andrea Tyree. And glad to have you on The Factor, Miss Tyree. When you heard the voicemail that this company left on your phone, they forgot to hang up their phone. And when you heard that voicemail, what did you think about that?
First of all, thanks for having me and let me tell my story because I was really shocked. I could not answer the call right away. And actually it was business hours. I don't answer phone calls after business hours, the numbers that I don't know.
Right.
So the person left a message. And when I had a break and what I was doing, I went to check the voicemail and I was shocked. Because at first the person was very upset because I didn't answer the call and told me about it costs money if I don't answer the calls because he's on Angie. He needs to pay for, and if I don't answer, it's because I don't need a contractor. Why I'm doing business if I don't need it and if I don't answer my phone? And told me have a good day. And he thought.
First of all, Ms. Tyree, let's establish that was unprofessional for business anyway, without saying any of the rest.
At first was.
He's scolding you about answering your phone call when you have approached them for business.
Yes, and that was 7:30 at night. It was not business hours, you know. I didn't recognize the number. I didn't answer. But when I listened, I was like, okay, he has the right to be upset. I understand that. But then I noticed that was more on the voicemail because it was transcribed. And I could see that was more. And I keep listening. And took a few seconds. I think he forgot to hang up the phone.
Yes.
When I heard that word.
And how shocked were you when you heard him say the N-word and that your name sound like an N-word name?
I was shocked. I was like, how come this person know what he's saying is the truth? Because he said that N-word several times, not just once. And he judged my last name as an N name. And it was very upsetting. I feel like it was really necessary to do that. What a kind of person is that this person want my business and judge me and saying those things. We are in 21st century. We are very being educated by this time to know which kind of words or feelings we should keep if we have, to not let them go public like that. You know what I mean?
And it's a reminder just how ignorant racists can be.
Exactly.
You know, it doesn't matter if you're in the 21st century or the 25th century. Ignorance is ignorance, and that man clearly showed his ignorance as a racist on that phone call. Now, they eventually called you back saying that that guy will no longer work for the company.
Okay.
Are we certain about that? Are you certain about that?
Yeah, so I collect myself. I would tell you that I heard that voicemail over and over again till I decided to do something. And minutes later, 15, 20 minutes later, I call him. And I apologize and say that I didn't answer the phone because I was busy and I don't answer phone numbers that I don't know after business hours. And by the way, I listened your voicemail and the words you say, and that's not correct, sir. I am very upset, and I just want to let you know that I'm going to do a review about your call to me, and I don't think your business going to go ahead with that because it's very upsetting. And I just say bye, have a good night. And not even 5 minutes later, he called me back. I didn't pick up the call, and he left another voicemail apologizing, telling me that he fired the employee that said that words to me.
Miss Tyree, I'm the owner of the company. This is John, and the reason I'm calling is that man that I got the message that you left a while ago. That man's no longer going to be working for us anymore after that. I can't believe that he would have told you something like that. But he's fired. I guarantee you he won't have any problems. If you want to give me a call back, I'd be more than happy to take your call. Thank you.
That was his voice in the first voicemail.
So the man who identified himself as the owner called you back saying this guy who left the voicemail will no longer be working for the company. But in the first call, you heard what you thought was the owner in that call.
Exactly. What is his voice? He don't even fake the voice or kind of muffle the voice to sounds different. It's the same voice that say their words several times.
Now, he wasn't the one who said the N-word, but his employee, according to what we understand the hierarchy of the company is, his employee is saying to him, it sounds like an N-word name. It sounds like an N-word name. And you said you think you hear him, the guy who identified himself as the owner, in that first call.
Yes, sir, exactly.
Wow, wow.
And unfortunately, there isn't much she can do about this either. We wrap up our conversation. After the break, more on this story. A woman called the N-word on her voicemail.
Andrea Tyree. Your name.
That's just part of a voicemail left on one woman's home phone by someone working at ABC Contracting Repair here in Houston, a foundation company. We heard before the break from someone claiming to be the owner saying that guy you heard in the voicemail using the N-word was fired. Here's what she was told to do by Angie, the online services that connected Andrea to this company.
I call Angie, and they told me the only thing they could do is for me to do a bad review about his call, about his not being polite and the call. And is that what I did? That's all what they told me to do, and I did. That's all.
And this was a company you called about some repairs at your home.
Yes.
What, a foundation company?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm selling my house, and I'm calling to several people to get estimates, and he was one of them, but no, I didn't call him. I used Angie, and when Angie asks you which kind of service you want to be done, you tell them, and then they sort out people that can help me, and they have access to my phone number, to my address, to contact me to have that estimate done.
Okay, so you're talking about Angie's List.
Yeah, it's called just Angie now.
Oh,
it's
just
not
Angie, just Angie.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
They change, they change now to Angie only.
Was this shocking to see and hear and be subjected to racism?
I'm born in Brazil.
Right.
And I'm mixed race. My mom is German, and my dad was Brazilian native and Black. So I got this mix on me, but I'm considering myself a person. I don't consider myself a race. And and the last name is not even my last name. It's my ex-husband's last name. And the heritage is from Scotland. He's British. And he's white, if it matters. You know what I mean? It was no matters at all. Because what he did was just very upsetting. Very, very sad. I feel like how he treats the people that are different from him. If he can tell those things for me on the phone without knowing me, he can be a nice person to other people, and behind their backs, he's throwing rocks. Or he can do business with people that are different than him and not do a good business because he just don't like them. I don't know. I can see many scenarios. What the words he say to me without knowing me reflect on his daily basis, you know. That's why I decided to say something and show him that we need to learn.
Have you been subjected to this type of racism before, Ms. Tyree?
No, I've been in the United States since 2013, so gonna be almost 10 years. I'm a red citizen, I'm a nurse, I'm a vocational nurse. I study over here. I have my patients, my co-workers. I never had any issue about that. Thanks, Lord. And I hope nobody go through what I'm just went with the phone call, you know. It's upsetting.
And of course, we reached out to ABC Foundation Repair ourselves, and they did send us a statement. It's pretty much in line with what Andrea told us. They tell us we reached out to the employee and immediately terminated him. We deeply apologize for this happening. We have a zero tolerance policy for any discriminatory behavior by any employee. Our company is very diverse and would never condone such behavior. You can hear those voicemails for yourself. They'll soon be on the Isaiah Factor Uncensored channel on the Fox 26 YouTube channel.